Hey folks, it's Mr. Parsons. As you know, we're at the end of our civil rights unit, and now it's time to demonstrate what we've learned through our reader's response. This assignment, which is due by Friday at midnight, is a summative assessment, meaning it's like a test. It's also the biggest grade in my class, each unit. So it's really important that you put your best effort in. You're being asked to open the document, complete part one and part two of this assessment, and then submit the assignment in Google Classroom. So let's take a look at what's involved with that. When you open the document, you're going to see a space at the top to put your name. And after that, you're given the prompt and the task. The prompt for the analysis writing is quite straightforward. Conflict in literature can be either internal or external. Choose one or both of the texts that we read from the civil rights readings and explain the conflicts that the characters are experiencing internally or externally. To help you with this part of the assignment, I want to remind you that we have annotated the class readings for the conflicts that are located within them, and I provided you with conflict in literature notes that you can always refer back to if you need to brush up on what conflict in literature is. So those can also be accessed from the resources links in the resources table at the bottom of the page. That's the analysis section. Once again, you're being asked to write 100 words for section 1. Let's talk about the creative response now. You've got three options for the second part of this assignment. The first one is to write a poem in the style of Brown Girl Dreaming. In that poem, Jacqueline Woodson talks about the America that she was born into. I'm asking you to cut and paste her poem into your response and then update it with language that shows the America that you were born into. It's not as difficult as it sounds, and if you want to see some evidence of that, come to the modeling room when we break out, and I will demonstrate that for you. Option B is for those that like to do art or digitally edit things. You're being asked, if you select option B, to create a panel any way that you would like, either using Jamboard or Google Slides, or drawing it with paint, or even drawing it on a piece of paper and taking a photo of it, that could be added to the reading from March. Does John have a conversation with his uncle when they cross the border? Do his parents have another warning for him at the beginning of the text? Or is there some other part of the text that you would like to explore? That's your option if you choose option B. Finally, there's option C. Imagine you're speaking to a small group of your fellow classmates. They don't know, or they don't understand the importance of the civil rights movement. And now, with the new knowledge that you've gained throughout this unit, you can share that with them with a short speech of 100 words, making sure to include references to one or both texts explaining how that demonstrates the civil rights movement and why it was so powerful. Once again, these assignments are due Friday by midnight. Part one and part two are worth 10 points each for a total of 20 points. And once again, these are summative points, so they're weighted more than regular points in my class. Your responses, as always, go in the boxes where the yellow is, right here and here. And then finally, I wanted to point out that you've been given exemplars once again. Exemplars are A-plus versions of what's being asked for. So if at any time you get stuck or get a little bit of writer's block, you can look at the examples and see what it is that I'm looking for exactly. I also included option B, which was the digital design option, because I believe that's the most abstract of the three options. And I also explained to you how I did it. So if you're interested in option B, but it sounds a little bit difficult, check that one out for sure. I can't wait to see what you all come up with, and I'm excited to start our readers' responses right now.